in the afternoon, we had a discussion as to how do we celebrate Yadubar Prabhu's 80th birthday. And Maharaj suggested that Mandakini Mataji, she also is a legend in her own right. As Yadubar Prabhu and his wife were pioneers in filmmaking, Mandakini Mataji is a pioneer in opening up the Russia preaching field in those years. So she has a wealth of experience and she's like a towering personality in her own right. So who could be more fit to offer a tribute to Yadubar Prabhu, his work so far, his contribution to Prabhupada's movement. So I would like to humbly request Her Grace Mandakini Mataji to kindly come on stage.
Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. So, dear Yadubar Prabhu, I feel very honored and very happy in the name of Jagannath Swami, the whole congregation, to congratulate you on your 80th birthday today. I'm sure if Srila Prabhupada was actually physically with us, he will actually talk and give you a tribute. So, dear Yadubar Prabhu, what we just saw on the screen was such a beautiful life of devotion. We saw and we heard how you and dear Vishaka came and how you asked Srila Prabhupada to tell you in which little Indian village you could come to make a film about an authentic village in India, and how he laughed and he told you, with your big equipment, you will be stolen immediately. And then, very mercifully, he told you to come to Vrindavan. You have quoted our dear Vishaka's wonderful book, 5 years and 11 months, in which she actually tells us about your spiritual journey. We've seen pictures in the film of how you came to India. These beautiful pictures where you captured actually moments of eternal time. Srila Prabhupada, very intense expression at different moments. And we have seen pictures of your wedding with dear Vishaka. She's telling us that before becoming, sorry, I'm talking also about Vishaka, because it says that behind any great man, there is a great woman. So Vishaka told us, and we can share, she told us about this wedding. And at one point, she heard Gurudas Prabhu giving the spiritual talk after or before, I don't know, the yagya. Before coming to Krishna consciousness, she was a very strong feminist. And then the talk went on explaining how when you get married, the husband will give you protection. So Vishaka her mind began to explode. She said, protection, exploitation. And she started to think, what am I doing here? It's again one of these movements. But Gurudas became inspired by Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. And he explained what was protection. He explained protection by the husband is when the husband becomes the champion of his wife. He will actually help her to develop all devotional qualities to offer to the Lord. That's the way protection works. And then she will be able to bloom, to offer all her talents to Krishna. And in that way, you are a very good example, dear Yadubar Prabhu, because because our dear Vishaka is one of the most wonderful Vaishnavi we have with us. She's so bright, her intelligence is so devotional and clear. And both of you have contributed so much to the mission of Srila Prabhupada. You showed the first movie, the Hare Krishna people. I remember the year 74. Prabhupada came to London, to Bury Place, and he said something extraordinary. He said, actually, I invite all of you to come to Vrindavan. And that was a great shock for all of us, because you remember in Krishna book, Srila Prabhupada says, you cannot go to Vrindavan by purchasing a ticket. But here, the spiritual master was inviting us. So all of us, we tried to come, and some of us came. But unfortunately, the opening was postponed to the next year. So Srila Prabhupada didn't know what to do with all of us. He wanted us to be engaged. And he took a team. There was Jagannath Prabhu that we saw in the movie. He was our kirtan leader. There was a wonderful devotee who passed away now, Sridhar Swami, who was giving the lecture. So on the day, we used to go on Harinam, and in the evening, we used to preach to the Maharaj of Rajasthan. And sometime in the day, in the palace of the same Maharaj, we were showing the Hare Krishna people. And the Bollywood industry was not so developed yet. So everybody was coming to see that movie, the Hare Krishna people. And they were so happy, so joyful, and so astonished to see how Krishna consciousness was developing in the West. So even that first movie was such a wonderful tool for preaching all over the world. And coming back to the last movie you did with Vishaka, I remember we saw it in New Delhi. It was very hard to enter. You came to rescue us. The hall was completely full. It was a lot of government official dignitaries, and a lot of people. Some of us had met Srila Prabhupada, but most of the people didn't. And by seeing that movie, many people said, it's actually the second coming of Srila Prabhupada. So your contribution, dear Prabhu, is absolutely immense. And we can see how this movement for Krishna consciousness is so wonderful. Because I was discussing this afternoon with a wonderful devotee from the young generation. Maybe you heard his suffering. His name is Yadubar Prabhu. And he talked about a very beautiful moment, recent moment, a meeting with our dear Jagannath Swami. And at one point, Jagannath Swami said, I trust you. So what we can see about all the achievements in Krishna consciousness, the achievements of dear Yadubar Prabhu and Vishaka, our dear Vishaka Devi, it all comes because Srila Prabhupada showed the way, how he was trusting every one of his followers. Although even the student themselves wouldn't know about their own qualities, Srila Prabhupada was seeing these qualities, and by seeing them and trusting the person, then the devotee would manifest all his talents. So the Krishna consciousness movement that Prabhupada brought is actually based on love and trust. And it's based on helping each one of the Vaishnav to develop the unique qualities, the unique talents they have to serve Lord Krishna. So, dear Yadubar Prabhu, thank you so much on all our behalf for your immense contribution. And we pray all together that you have many, many more years with us, and then many, many more opportunities to offer wonderful, wonderful films, wonderful pictures for spreading the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Dear Shyamananda Prabhu was talking about Russia. At one point, Yadubar Prabhu wanted to make a movie about Russia, about the first heroes, the veterans who started actually to spread Krishna consciousness at the threat of their health, physical health, mental health, at the threat of their freedom and their life also. And I remember, Prabhu, how enthusiastic you were, but it was not exactly politically the good time. So we hope that a better time will come when you will make that movie. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Thank you. Haribol.